What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. And boy, do we got some stuff to talk about when it comes down to Pokemon news and all that stuff. Well, it's not news, but it's more like theories. Because last month, if you didn't watch the trailer or the Pokemon Direct, they told us that we will be getting an expansion pass that's going out through the rest of this year. So in June, we're getting Isles of Armor. And in the fall, we don't know which month because they didn't say, but on the Switch it says November, we are getting Crown Tundra. So, which gives us more stuff to do in Sword and Shield, because at the end of Sword and Shield, to be honest and to be frank with you, there wasn't much to do. And one thing I want to talk about is not the story, but the legendary Pokemon that are going to be in this game. And right now, we're just going to talk about just certain ones. We're not going to talk about all of them. We're going to talk about certain ones. And certain ones are the newer ones. So we're going to talk about like Urshifu, Calyrex, and the two Regis that we seen in the trailer as well. Now I would talk about the legendary birds, but I don't know if that's really been confirmed as them being the Kanto variants of Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. Once I get full coverage and once I understand that it's really those are the three legendary birds in Galarian form, then I will go over that in some later video. But for right now, I done scoured the internet and it doesn't really say that that's Moltres, Zapdos, or Articuno. We're just making assumptions right now, but hey, everybody wants to sit there and say it is, so I'm letting them have it. But from what I've been seeing, that's not what that is. So without further ado, let's go and jump into the video, and the video goes like this. Urshifu is a legendary fighting type Pokemon. Now, do we have fighting type legendary Pokemon? Yes we do. The Sword of Justice, they're fighting type Pokemon and they're legendaries. I think that's the only ones I can think of at the moment at the top of the dome. But for right now, all I know is the Swords of Justice, which is like Keldeo, Terrakion, Cobalion, Virizion. I can't believe I remember their names because Black and White wasn't one of my favorites, but I did play it a lot more than I did any other Pokemon game besides the Johto region. But we're getting another one. But this type of fighting legendary type Pokemon has a pre-evolution, which is a Kubfu. It is the second legendary Pokemon that can evolve just like Cosmog did in Sun and Moon. You know, Cosmog evolved into like Solgaleo, Lunala, depending on which game it was in. But what we're seeing here is that I guess there's a certain move it has to learn for it to evolve into a certain type. So we have Urshifu, who has like who's a water dark type. No, I think it's like water fighting type, and the other one is dark fighting type. So he has two types. Now, from what I've done read, it's supposedly supposed to be given to you at the beginning of the expansion pass. So you're getting Urshifu at one of the dojos. I think they said a dojo, and I guess dojos is taking place of gyms this time in this expansion pass. So maybe there might be like 4 or 5 dojos. I don't know. Tim's gonna be a little upset because of the fact that Pokemon are using dojos too. So I seem like that's a little shot to Tim. But other than that, it seems like Urshifu is gonna be one of them type of fighting types who's gonna strike fast, or I think one is like a fast strike, and another one just flows with the ocean, flows with the motion type of thing. So I feel like that's pretty dope that they're doing that. They're doing another split evolution for Pokemon. Now, honestly, I don't think Kubfu is going to be a legendary type. Honestly, they say it's legendary, but you know, I thought Lucario was legendary. I could have sworn back in the day they said Raulu was a legendary type until everybody and their mama started having one. So I think that's the route they're gonna take with Kubfu. Just gonna be like how they did with Raulu and Lucario. So honestly, I think that's what this is all it's gonna be about with these. Now with Calyrex is one ugly looking Pokemon. I almost said Digimon because I've been playing Digimon a lot lately. But they need to go back to the drawing board with Calyrex. Unless his Dynamax or Gigantamax form makes him look different, this is one ugly ass Pokemon, to be completely honest with you. They have a lot of ugly ass Pokemon like Garbodor, and I can't think of them right now because I really don't catch the ugly ass Pokemon. But this one right here, ooh, Jesus, it's fucking ugly. But its big ass head means a lot, because of the reason why I say means a lot, because when you think of like in comics, anime, anywhere. When you see somebody with a big ass head, you think to yourself, he must be really smart, really, really smart, or they just got a big head. But like they think of all the cartoons, anime, video games that you play. Neo Cortex from Crash Bandicoot, he got a big head. He's smart. MODOK from the Marvel comics, his head is pretty much his whole body. He's smart. The leader from the whole comic books, he got a big ass head. He's smart. Jimmy Neutron, big ass head. He's smart. So this Pokemon would have to be a psychic type because it's big ass head. That's just me, putting one on one together. He could be a psychic type due to something totally different, but I'm thinking, hey yo, he got a big head, and that's pretty much the main thing about this Pokemon I'm on is the big head part. Is the fact that it has to be a psychic type, but its second typing is grass type. And another reason why I feel like they made the second type grass type, because it looks like a deer. It looks like it could be either it's some type of venison or a deer or some 4-leg horse creature, even though it only has 2 legs. And you see these little balls around his neck that kind of like the Triforce to me. Well, everybody thought it was the Triforce, but the balls around his neck that has us thinking to ourselves, okay, so it's probably an ice type because Crown Tundra. You would think it'd be an ice type, a psychic ice type. I don't think we have any psychic ice type. I think Frolast is one. I think that's the only one that I can think of off the top of the dome at the moment. But that don't mean that we can't have another one. But instead, we got a psychic grass type. I have to go look up and see if we have another grass type psychic grass type Pokemon. I'm pretty sure we do, and it's not coming off the top of my head at the moment. Like I said, it's over 1,000 Pokemon. You can't really expect everybody to remember every last Pokemon. And if you do, kudos to you. But I feel like I have to see his move set for it to really be something. But usually the ones that look goofy and look stupid are usually the ones that are really strong too. Because he look like he could do some damage. Psychic grass type, it's going to be weakness to fire, dark, bug, twice to bug. Because bug types are real effective against grass and psychic types. So we will have to see what all moves. They're gonna get some special type moves like psychic leaf or some shit like that. I don't know. I'm just making up stuff. Now we move on to the Regis. If you don't know what the Regis are, and it's been a minute since you've been up to date with Regis, pretty much we have 4 Regis. We got Regi Ice, Regi Rock, and Regi Steel. And they are pretty much, you need them 3 to wake up Regigigas. Regigigas is a normal type, Regi Steel is a steel type, Regi Rock is a rock type, and Regi Ice is an ice type. Clearly in their names. But it looks like we are being introduced to 2 new ones. And some people will say that one of them is a dark type. Another one is saying that it's a dragon type. That one is up for debate. I think it's a dragon type because, it has a dragon skull for arms. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. A lot of people could be wrong. So I'm going to throw this out there right now. I believe that this Pokemon is a dragon dark type. I think it can be 2. It probably can be 2. It could be the first Regi in the group that is a dual type. And of course the other one is electric. Look at it. Do you really, really need, clarification on if it's an electric type? Now that'd be cool if it was dual type and be like fairy electric. But for now, I'm just going off it as electric. Now, in the trailer, as you didn't see, they have I wouldn't say statue, but they come to this, I guess, some type of cave or some type of, sanctuary that has one side is red, one side is yellow. So you could tell that, okay, if I go on the yellow side, that's where we run into the electric Regi. If we go to the right, to the left side, you got the dragon Regi or dark Regi or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But that was something I felt like that was pretty cool. That, okay, maybe these guys have something to do with Calyrex, maybe. Maybe Regigigas is in the game. Maybe Regigigas got a new form. And be all like, hey, once you get all the Regis together, then Regigigas can be something. Because, look, we got Regigigas, which is one. Regi Rock, Regi Ice, Regi Steel, Regi Electric is what I'm going to call it. And Regi Draco is what I'm going to call this one for right now. So that's, and you're only allowed to have 6 only 6 Pokemon in your party. So if you put Regigigas in the front of your party and you have all the Regis, maybe his special ability, I think it's called Slow Start, would just be null and void, and you can have full power Regigigas right at the start of the battle, which would be pretty dope. And also, you got to have all Regis in your party so Regigigas can have a G-Max form, but you got to have them in there. I mean, I feel like that would be a pretty dope way to do things. You know, it's like gathering the 7 Dragon Balls and, you know, bringing out Shenron or Purunga or whatever dragon they have out there. But as you can see, I feel like that I'm not on the money when it comes to these Pokemon, but also at the same time, though, I really want to be wrong about some of them. All right, I want to be wrong about Urshifu being being a legendary Pokemon because, like I said, it kind of rubs off to me just like Rowloo and Lucario, how they came out and how they were quote unquote, you know, a special type of Pokemon. But nowadays you can just get any of them. Like you can get Zora. I thought Zora was a legendary Pokemon. Later on this month on Pokemon Day, the 27th, they're announcing a mythical Phantom Pokemon, and I'm like, oh, so we're getting another Ghost type Pokemon. Maybe mythical, you know, mythical and legendary Pokemon. To me, they're all the same damn thing. To be honest with you, I'm be real with you. Everybody likes to label. Okay, this is a legendary. This is a mythical. I'm doing a video where I sit there and try to explain which is which. They just sit there at the end of the video, tell you, hey, they all the same to me. So, but I might as well go on and do the 3 legendary birds of Galar since we are already talking about legendary Pokemon. So the word on the street is that these legendary Pokemon. These 3 legendary birds are Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno from, you know, the Kanto region. And they came over to Galar, and either they've eaten something to where they get turned into their Galarian forms or whatever. Me personally feel like once they cross that, like, you know, when you cross the state line to another state and lets you know, your GPS lets you know, like, hey, you're in Texas, hey, you're in Missouri, you're in Detroit, not Detroit, Michigan, all that stuff. I think that's what happens. When Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos cross the Galarian line, like they cross that border to get into Galar, they transform into their new forms. Just like how, you know, when you give Eevee the stones, it evolves and it turns into, you know, Vaporeon, Jolteon, or better yet, when Rotom gets into his like different, you know, appliances, it turns into that appliance. Or better yet, it's just like when you have a special type of, like, put it like Mega Evolution, pretty much. I'm over stuttering, y'all. This is right off the rip, a freestyle video, y'all. But when they get into Galar, and you remember how they did Mega Evolutions, where, you know, that little bubble comes around them and it breaks, and there they are, their new form, do something like that. Every time they cross the line, they could turn back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it's not a permanent state. Now, I'm going off what everybody else is saying at this point. This is Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno. Me personally, deep down inside, I don't really think that this is who they are. But at the same time, though, hey, look, nobody had came out and said anything yet. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know. So will we get more legendary Pokemon in this expansion pass? Oh yeah. I believe that Eternatus has another form, because to me it just looks like a skeleton. To be completely honest with y'all, it looks like a skeleton. So I feel like that is not its true form, and that Gigantamax form is not really its true form. It's just, hey, this is a form we're taking of right now. But I feel like there's more to the Eternatus than they're willing to let on. Same thing with Zamazenta and Zacian. And not just that, I feel like there is a legendary dragon type Pokemon in the Galarian region. I mean, you're in Galar, you're pretty much in New England, but, you know, the UK, so, you know, they're real big on, like, Game of Thrones dragon type shit. So why not give us a legendary dragon? I mean, like, yes, I get it, Eternatus is a dragon type, but we're talking about just pure dragon type, just pure dragon. That would be really cool. And also, do I believe that all these legendary Pokemon are going to get Gigantamax forms? Well, Urshifu's already been announced that, yes, he's getting a Gigantamax. The Regis, yes, like I said, every Regi's going to get one. Even the newer ones, they're all going to get one. So with Regi Rock, it might look like a big-ass mountain. Regi Ice, it would look like a big glacier. Regi Steel, really can't come up with Regi Steel right now. Regi Gigas, really don't know on that one. Regi Draco turned into like a ghostly like dragon, I guess. And Regi Electric. I don't know if you ever watched Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes back in the day when it came out, but there was a part in the Avengers in the series where the Hulk had to go to this prison, and in that prison there was all his villains, and he had this villain named Zax. He was pretty much like a electricity based villain. He could end up looking like Zax from the Hulk comic books. And of course the Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, I mean, they already got Galarian form, so do they really need a G Max form? but they're probably gonna give them one anyways. And I feel like Mewtwo's gonna get a G-Max form because the love for Mewtwo is just wild out here for everybody. And I think Mew should get one because Mew didn't get a Mega Evolution. Mew should have got a Mega Evolution, to be completely honest with y'all. I feel like Mew should have got something. Dude, now there's a whole bunch of legendary Pokemon returning too in this game as well. All legendary Pokemon from the first generation on up to now. We are getting every last legendary Pokemon. Now, are all legendary Pokemon gonna get G-Max forms? I hope not. I mean, that's a lot of legendary Pokemon getting G-Max forms. But there's some legendary Pokemon I believe that do need one. Like, I know, of course, Mewtwo's gonna get one because for the love for Mewtwo, But, like, Vultures, Zapdos, Articuno, they got Galarian forms. So, low-key, I believe they don't really need one. Besides them, I see people that I know the Hoenn region Pokemon don't need one. I know because they still got Mega Evolutions. I feel like the people that didn't get the shine that they deserve, I believe they deserve G-Max forms. Like Johto region starters, they need G-Max forms. Entei, Suicune, Raikou, Ho-Ho, Lugia, give them G-Max forms or give them Galarian region forms. Since we're doing that, and I like how Pokemon is doing that. They're really putting the shine on all their old past generations. Talking about some, hey, look, we just came up with this bright-ass idea, but, hey, to make the Pokemon series go even longer than what it is, we can keep, adding on to other Pokemon and all that stuff. Take a little page out of the Digimon, Mega Evolution, Gigantamax, but they can't stay like that for the rest of the game. But that's my little spiel on this, guys. I really wanted to talk about this and give you my thoughts and opinions on all this. This is a long video, I know. But more videos like this is going to come around more. And on top of that, too, I'm about to start doing anime theories, too. Because I really want to do one for Dragon Ball Z. Because Dragon Ball Z has a lot of plot holes and a lot of theories that really, really has me like, it's intriguing. And the first one is going to be what happens if Frieza would have beat Goku. What if Frieza defeated Goku on planet Namek and Frieza ended up going to planet Earth? There's 3 people he would have ran into when he got to planet Earth. All right. But other than that, guys, that's all I got for y'all. Peace.